Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard
line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Half 10. 56, 56. Help.
Allen from the gun on third down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Regular.
To throw once more on second and 10. Allen, that's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Half 10. Alert! Hey, tight.
On first down, Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cut my team! Cut my team!
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Five wide. Half.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Over the middle, it's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to the 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for... there. They force him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Slot man moves right. Allen now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, home.
Here's Allen. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Tight. Middle. Sunday. Stop.
Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
19 Tigers, go!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go?
We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The slot man in motion right. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 61 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And the slot man goes in motion left. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
On play action, Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert, alert, alert! Half 85, half 85.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Alert, alert! Buffalo 18!
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Slot man moves right. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Diggs in motion left. Here's a give to Mixon. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Alert! 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 Regular, 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 regular. Alert!
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Wow, and even 200 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Seven Pirates. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Okay, ready.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
60 Eagles. Go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen now looks to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Hey, tight. Gun. 5 wide.
Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Alert!
Throwing is Allen on third. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Singleton picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Alert!
Diggs going in motion right. They begin with a run by Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
To the air, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Half 85, half 85.
Allen going to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Running left, it's Mixon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. 56, 56. Stop. Out.
One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
so for the Dolphins, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.